Title: Shattered Reflections. It was a moonless night in the small, desolate town of Hollowbrook. The wind whispered secrets through the twisted trees, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. In the heart of this eerie darkness, a lone figure emerged from the shadows, casting long, distorted silhouettes on the abandoned streets. Alex Dalton had returned to his childhood home after receiving an unsettling letter postmarked from Hollowbrook. The letter bore no signature, only a cryptic message: "Come back, Alex. Remember the pact we made? The reflection must be restored." As memories of a long-forgotten childhood pact flooded his mind, Alex found himself drawn to the old mansion at the edge of town. The mansion was an imposing structure, its windows shattered and its once grand facade now a decrepit shell. The moonlight seemed to avoid touching its desolate form. Inside, the air was thick with an ominous presence. The walls whispered secrets of long-past horrors, and the floors creaked beneath Alex's tentative steps. He followed a chilling trail of shattered mirrors, each reflecting only fragments of his own distorted figure. The air grew colder with every step, and Alex's breath misted before him like a ghostly specter. In a dimly lit room at the end of a winding corridor, Alex discovered an ornate mirror, its surface untouched by time. But something was off. The reflection it held was not his own. It was a distorted visage, twisted and grotesque. Panic clawed at his throat as he realized that the reflection was moving independently, its movements mocking his own. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness, and Alex's heart raced. A guttural whisper filled the air, sending shivers down his spine. "You broke the pact," the voice hissed. "You shattered the reflection." Alex's mind raced back to his childhood, to a forbidden game he and his friends had played. A pact to bind their fates together, using a mirror as a conduit. It was meant to be a simple childhood game, but now it seemed that the consequences were far more sinister. As the darkness receded, the room was bathed in an otherworldly light, revealing a horrifying sight. His childhood friends stood before him, their bodies twisted and broken, their eyes void of life. They accused him in unison, their voices a chorus of tormented souls. He must restore the reflection. Desperation and fear gripped Alex as he realized the only way to undo the curse was to sacrifice himself. He stood before the mirror, his reflection melding with the grotesque image. With a chilling scream, he shattered the mirror, the shards piercing his body and soul. As the shattered fragments of glass fell to the floor, the mansion shook, its foundation crumbling into the abyss. Alex's agonized cries echoed through the void as he watched his friends' spirits fade away, their curse finally broken. The town of Hollowbrook was forever scarred by the horrors that had unfolded within the walls of the mansion. No one would ever forget the night that Alex Dalton had returned, and the morbid pact that had been sealed in shattered reflections. And so the legend of Hollowbrook grew, a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones, a reminder that some pacts should never be made, and some reflections should never be shattered.